Hey everyone, Fernando here. Thank you for tuning in. So today we're going to talk about code P0420, right? What does it mean and what should you do if you have that code going on with your vehicle? Okay, so by definition, what that code means is it's listed as catalyst efficiency below threshold. So in plain terms, what that means is your engine's computer isn't seeing the catalytic converter cleaning up the exhaust gases as well as it should. Okay, more times than not, it's simply just a worn out catalytic converter, especially if you have higher mileage vehicles, right? There's a lot going on inside that catalytic converter that can just simply wear out. And as a result of that, you get the code and then you must replace the catalytic converter. But before we do that, we want to be sure that that's all it is, right? We want to make sure there isn't something else going on that's causing the catalytic converter to fail, which can happen and does happen quite often. Some of those things might look like an exhaust leak. You can have an exhaust leak upstream, and that could definitely cause and contribute to that problem. If you have a misfire in your engine, if your engine's running poorly, if you have a vacuum leak in your engine causing your fuel trims to kind of go berserk, that can definitely create a scenario where the P0420 pops up. So what we want to do is, if we have a scenario where we have code P0420 along with some other codes that relate to the O2 sensor, misfire, or fuel trim issues, we want to address those issues as well, if not first, right? Because if we do not, what can happen is we can put a new catalytic converter in your vehicle, we don't address those other issues, and then a couple months later, your converter fails again, right? So those codes, those issues are actually contributing and causing the converter to fail. So we definitely want to make sure we address those first. So if you have a check engine light come on, you should always bring it in and have it looked at right away, because more times than not, it can start off as a small issue, but if we ignore it, it can definitely develop into a bigger issue pretty quickly. So we definitely want to do that. Now, I live here in California, right? The standards of catalytic converters are a bit different, right? We have certain laws that we must adhere to. Our catalytic converters must be CARB compliant. What that means really is that it costs a lot more to do a catalytic converter here in California than most parts of the country. So prices can vary, right? You can have some, start in the few $100 range and go up to over, $1,000, even $2,000. It just really depends on the vehicle, the age of the vehicle. Is it just one converter or is it both converters? And again, right, do we have other issues contributing to that? So we want to make sure we kind of take care of all of it. So I think that's it for today. I appreciate you tuning in and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.